When calls go unanswered, a family and community of Pennsauken, New Jersey is shaken by the disappearance of a 16-year-old high school student. Panic sets in as her loved ones and the entire town rally together in their search for her. With detectives working on the case and family members on a quest for answers, everyone is determined to solve the chilling mystery of her disappearance and bring their loved one back home. What happens when love becomes fatal? This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast with Deadly Desire.
November 29th, 2003. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving in Pennsauken, New Jersey, a charming family-friendly community just across the river from downtown Philly.
Pennsauken is a peaceful community, a loving town. It's right outside Philadelphia, and around Thanksgiving, it's a wonderful time.
It's a festive time of year. The beauty of autumn with all of the trees. You would see the golds and the ambers.
It's the perfect time of year for families to celebrate and enjoy one another.
But for the parents of one local teen, Sharita Williams, it's proving hard to stay in the holiday spirit.
The Friday after Thanksgiving, she had told her parents that she was going to the nail salon with her friend.
Sharita left the house around 5:30 in the evening.
When she didn't return home that night, her parents wasn't that concerned at first.
They assumed she had spent the night with her best friend, Adriana.
Her friend lived approximately 5 minutes away, and this is something that they did on a regular basis.
However, when Sharita's parents still hadn't heard from their daughter the next morning, they knew it was time to check in.
This was back in 2003, so Sharita didn't have a cell phone. The only way to reach her was to call her friend's home.
Hey, Adriana.
When Adriana answers their call, they realize they were right to worry.
Adriana wasn't with Sharita.
Sharita had not spent the night with her.
But you saw her yesterday, right?
No.
You didn't go to the nail salon together?
No, I've just been here with my family.
She found out that they had never gotten together.
She was not where she said she was going to be.
So you don't know where she is?
I'm sorry.
It became a panic situation because if she's not with her, then who's she with?
A native of Pennsauken, New Jersey, 16-year-old Sharita Williams grew up in a stable and loving home.
She was the middle child of 3 children.
She was well loved within her family.
Family was very important to her.
Known for her bubbly personality, Sharita had earned the nickname Sunshine.
Sharita was so charismatic.
She was the type of person that everyone loved. People were naturally drawn to her because she had a kind heart.
Sharita Williams was one of those bright, shining stars.
She was extremely persistent, the type of person that if she wanted to do something, there was nothing stopping her.
She had aspirations of going to college, and she wanted to get involved in doing social work.
Gorgeous inside and out, no one was surprised when Sharita found herself popular among the boys at school.
Sharita, any chance I could copy your notes for English class?
Hey, sure. Just make sure I get them back this time, okay?
Of course.
She had a lot of guys who were interested in her because she was absolutely beautiful, and she had a great personality.
She's the person who you can't believe is speaking to you because you swear she must know how pretty she is and how popular she is. And a lot of people would have presumed her to be unapproachable, but she was the opposite of that.
At Sharita's age, this is the time when everybody's trying to find someone to connect with, where you really want to just have somebody for yourself, and she was looking to find that someone that she liked.
You don't know where she is.
But now, Sharita has gone from having the world at her fingertips to disappearing off the face of it.
I can't imagine how Sharita's mom and dad may have felt.
Start making some calls. Okay.
This is a parent's greatest fear when a child is missing.
Have you heard from Sharita?
Frantic with worry, Sharita's parents spend the entire morning trying to track their daughter down.
Okay, if you see her, have her call me, okay?
They started calling and contacting her friends to see if they knew where she was at.
We need to go to the police.
But by lunchtime, they're no closer to finding Sharita.
Of course, they went to report her missing at the police department.
Hi, excuse me. We need to file a missing persons report for our daughter.
Has anything like this happened with her before?
It's common for children to get upset at that age and leave the home.
Well, it's pretty common in teenagers to do this kind of stuff.
Not Sharita. She would never do anything like this to us.
She's not a runaway kind of person. She's not the kind of young lady that anybody is thinking would be in any kind of trouble of her own making.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, but you're going to have to come back tomorrow.
What you talking about tomorrow?
The police department's procedure was that they would not put a missing persons out until 24 hours.
We'll find her ourselves.
But as far as Sharita's family is concerned, there's no time to waste.
It's just not normal that she wouldn't come home.
They wanted to figure out where their daughter was.
Sharita's parents decided to take matters into their own hands.
They begin by splitting up to cover more ground.
They went out, they were canvassing for her.
But when Sharita's mother reaches the 36th Street Bridge, something stops her dead in her tracks.
She noticed something down at the bottom of the bridge.
She sees a figure under the bridge.
It kind of looked like a dead body.
You don't want to miss what lies ahead. Stay with us. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At 16 years old, New Jersey high schooler Sharita Williams was already well on her way to success.
She was well respected within her school, very popular, absolutely beautiful.
She wanted to be a social worker. She was looking at colleges.
She had a good life ahead of her.
But after leaving home the Friday after Thanksgiving to hang out with a friend, Sharita never returned.
The police told them to wait to file a missing persons report the next day, but they didn't want to waste time waiting. They knew something was wrong.
Sharita's parents decided to go look for her. They actually split up. So Mom went to that area near the 36th Street Bridge as Dad continued to comb the streets looking for Sharita.
And not long into their search, Sharita's mother has made a chilling discovery.
Her mom walked up to the 36th Street Bridge and saw something down below.
A body was laying there.
Oh my God!
That area was a known area that homeless people stayed at. So she thought it might have been a homeless person that might have fallen.
Oh my God, oh my God!
She's hoping that that's not her daughter.
Pennsauken police arrive on the scene within minutes.
As they go towards the body, they notice that it is not a homeless man as Mom was thinking it might be, but it's a young woman. So they begin to look around and they find a purse.
I got a purse over here.
When they open the purse, they happen to see that Sharita's ID was inside the purse. So they confirmed that unfortunately it was her.
Say, man, let Mom know?
Yeah, I'll go let her know. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-
I can't imagine what it must have been like for Sharita's mom.
Excuse me, ma'am. So
she goes into a wail of a panic. A gut-wrenching, soul-breaking cry.
It's the type of news that would just make you want to drop to your knees.
After Sharita was ID'd, they removed her mom from the crime scene so they could begin their investigation.
As detectives arrive, they initially wonder if Sharita's death was a tragic accident.
The night before was a bad night. It was rainy, it was wet out there.
Maybe she had fallen from the bridge.
But a closer look quickly puts that theory to bed.
Sharita was found with her hands bound behind her back.
The killer had actually used a belt from the young girl's coat.
It's like a do-rag.
There was a do-rag that had been tied around her neck.
Sharita's clothing also forces the detectives to consider another disturbing possibility.
Her pants were undone and her shirt was open.
There was bruising on her body.
It was believed that Sharita might have been sexually assaulted.
It's just unbelievable, unimaginable.
As they scour the area for evidence, detectives discover a potential clue not far from Sharita's body.
There was a receipt from a sporting goods store. It was the same date when Sharita had went missing.
It was for a men's t-shirt. So had the killer left it there, or was it just a coincidence?
Hey, detectives, can you come over?
What's that?
It looks like a shopping bag.
They find 2 plastic bags stuffed down her throat.
One of the bags came from the same sporting goods store as the receipt.
Oh, the receipt.
And shockingly, it had been used as a murder weapon.
Looked as though her assailant tried to choke her, and when the do-rag didn't silence her fully enough, these bags were stuffed into her throat.
It's a sign that Sharita's life was taken by an unusually vicious killer.
This wasn't shooting someone from 20 feet away. This was up close and personal.
It had to be someone that was really deranged. Out of all the cases that I've been on, I don't recall a situation where I found a plastic bag shoved in their mouth to stop them from breathing.
The brutality of the crime suggests Sharita may have had a personal relationship with her killer.
It may have been someone that Sharita knew.
Maybe whoever she went down there with, she trusted them and went down there to get out of the rain.
In a case where everyone is a suspect, investigators decide to start with the people closest to Sharita, her parents.
It was pretty strange that Mom was able to find Sharita's body relatively soon. And the fact that she knew to check that area at the bridge was very suspicious.
Could they be hiding something?
Sharita's dad had met her mom at the station, and when detectives sat down with them, they seemed devastated.
It's just, it doesn't feel real.
It's a whole bunch of disbelief.
Sharita's mother tells detectives that she regrets ever letting her daughter leave home the night before.
It was a rainy day, and when she had mentioned it to her parents, they didn't want her to go, but she said that she was just going to meet her friend, and then they would go together, and it was only about a 5-minute walk from the house.
What did you all do after she left?
I worked a night shift, so I left just after she did.
And I ended up falling asleep on the couch.
Her mom said that when she woke up a few hours later, she realized Sharita wasn't in her bed.
The fact that Sharita did not come home that night wasn't necessarily out of character because she used to spend the night with her friend from time to time.
It wasn't until the next morning that her mother realized something wasn't right.
Hey, Adriana.
She was not with her girlfriend.
She, in fact, did not meet up with her that night.
Sharita Williams' parents were in a state of unmeasured panic.
What made you go to 36th Street?
That's where Adriana said we should look.
The friend she was supposed to be with that night?
Yes.
They called her friend, and her girlfriend told them that she may be near the 36th Street Bridge.
The police believed that her mother was telling the truth.
But now they've added another name to their suspect list.
Adriana, the girlfriend, said, well, why don't you look in the area of the 36th Street Bridge, which was strange. Why did she say that?
And did she say why she thought Sharita might be there?
No. She didn't mention anything.
To detectives, it sounds like Sharita's best friend could know more than she'd let on.
It was very suspicious.
Did she have some knowledge of this murder, or at least the location of Sharita's body?
The police wanted to talk to Adriana.
Detectives immediately head to her home in East Pennsauken.
Sharita's friend confirmed for police that she told Mom that she may be in the area of the 36th Street Bridge.
How'd you know she would be there?
I didn't. I just had a feeling.
What gave you that feeling?
Adriana reveals that Sharita has been seeing a boy named Ed Kelly.
He lives across the bridge.
Stay with us as your burning questions are about to be answered. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Less than 24 hours after Sharita Williams went missing, her lifeless body was found suffocated under the 36th Street Bridge.
To take a young girl like this that had a whole life ahead of her and to bound her, gag her, and sexually assault her, it's got to be a monster, a person who had done something like that.
And now, Sharita's best friend, Adriana, has revealed the victim was dating a boy named Ed Kelly, who lives just 2 blocks from the scene of the crime.
Ed and Sharita has been dating on and off for about a year.
Did she say she was going to see Ed last night?
No, but it makes sense.
That was the only reason she could think of as to why Sharita would have lied to her parents. If they had known how far she was going on her own, they never would have let her leave the house.
So she used Adriana as a cover to go see this young man.
Even teenagers who are inherently good often live a double life. It's that age where kids want to experiment.
What was Ed and Sharita's relationship like?
Not great, if I'm being honest.
Ed was known as like a ladies' man and a charmer.
He had several ladies who he was pursuing.
Her friend said Sharita was definitely more into Ed Kelly than he was into her.
I don't really know what she saw in him.
To detectives, it sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Was there some sort of jealousy? Did she present a problem for him or for some other girl who found out about her?
Police wanted to look heavily into Ed Kelly and what happened that night.
Ed agrees to come in for an interview, and when they sit down to talk, he admits Sharita had visited his home on the night she was killed, but he claims he never laid eyes on her.
He tells them, I know she came by, but I was asleep because I was going to be working a later shift.
When Sharita goes to the home and knocks on the door, the young man's mother answers, and she turns Sharita away. She did not allow her to come into the home.
So you didn't speak to her at all?
Not in person, no, but we talked on the phone a little later.
What'd you talk about?
She was basically chewing me out because I didn't come down there to see her.
After that, he had no interest in speaking with her that evening. He decided that he was going to unplug his phone and not respond.
That was the last time I spoke to her. After that, I went to work around 11.
But is he telling the truth?
The police requested that he take a voice stress test.
It is a form of a lie detector test.
This voice stress test would tell when there were natural inclinations in his voice where he was not being truthful.
Without hesitation, Ed agrees.
He passed the test. Seems he's telling the truth. He only spoke to her one time.
But detectives still need to verify his story.
Voice stress tests and lie detectors are not foolproof. So even though Ed passed the test, they still had to follow up on the things he had said in the interview.
Ed's mom was very clear that she had never let Sharita inside the house and that Ed never had any physical contact with her.
But could she be lying to protect her son?
Parents will cover up for their children, so police take it a step further to see if there's anything was left out.
They filed a subpoena for Ed's phone records to confirm his communications with Sharita and his location at the time.
These types of requests take time.
So, detectives decide to circle back to a piece of evidence they discovered at the crime scene, a receipt from a local sporting goods store.
Unfortunately, the item was bought with cash, so their only hope was that the store had some good quality surveillance footage.
But it turns out to be another setback.
The surveillance camera that week wasn't working at all.
It is very disappointing.
Detectives are running out of leads until they receive word that Ed Kelly's phone records have come in.
Ed Kelly told policemen that Sharita only called once.
But based on his call log, that was a lie.
She had made multiple calls to him that night from a payphone.
In fact, she called 16 times.
Either he managed to dupe the voice stress test, or the police weren't asking the right questions.
Now detectives want to know what their suspect is hiding.
I have a suspect, and he's not telling the whole truth. There's a green light that comes on.
It definitely seems like there was something more there than we might have initially thought.
Why is she calling 16 times? What was the conversation that led Sharita down this road?
Detectives find a possible answer when they look deeper into Ed's phone records.
In his statement, he stated that he cut his phone off and he went to sleep before he went to work.
But he didn't actually turn his phone off. After Sharita stopped calling, he had received this phone call that he actually picked up.
At the time when he said his phone was cut off, he was in fact calling another woman.
Stay with us for more of the Fatal Attraction podcast.
After phone records proved that Ed Kelly lied during his police interview, he reclaimed his place at the top of the suspect list in Sharita Williams' murder.
What Ed was saying was not adding up.
It's very suspicious that this young lady would be out on the payphone calling him 16 times. When he said that he cut his phone off.
Even more suspicious is that Ed had received a call from another woman that night, which he'd also failed to mention.
Come to find out, a woman named Crystal Hill had spoken with him that night.
Had Sharita found herself on the losing end of a deadly love triangle?
The police want to know who this other person is, and does this other person play a role in the demise of Sharita Williams?
The next day, when detectives go looking for Crystal Hill, they learn that she's already locked up.
She was in custody because she had just been picked up on shoplifting charges.
And when they transfer her to the precinct for questioning, Crystal confirms what the detectives already suspect.
How long have you two been together?
About a year or so, but it's all been long distance since I left for school.
She was in college in Florida at the time.
She was in the area for Thanksgiving. She said she had seen Ed the day before Thanksgiving and the Sunday thereafterwards.
So would you say you two are exclusive?
Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
As far as Crystal was concerned, Ed was her man and nobody else's.
She denies knowing anything about Sharita at all.
Crystal also denies having any knowledge of her murder, but detectives aren't convinced she's telling the truth.
She did not seem to be very forthcoming with the investigators.
Maybe she was covering him.
Do you mind if we perform a voice stress test on you?
Sure.
At the end of the test, detectives believe their suspicions are warranted.
It did come back that she was being deceptive.
She has some information that she's hiding.
Are you sure you don't have any knowledge about the death of Sharita Williams?
Yes.
Interesting.
Under intense questioning, Crystal refuses to budge.
She said she was telling the truth.
She stuck to her story.
Failing a lie detector is not proof of guilt. These tests are not 100% accurate. And there are a lot of reasons a person could be lying to the police outside of being a murderer.
It's another frustrating setback. But when the investigators receive word that a semen sample has been found on Sharita's pants, they believe it could be the final nail in Ed Kelly's coffin.
Now we've got the thing that can give us potential DNA.
Police wanted to see if it matched with Ed Kelly.
Detectives quickly obtain a DNA sample from Ed. But once the comparison is made, the results aren't what anyone expected.
It came back that Ed wasn't a match.
Ed Kelly's telling the truth.
Whatever Ed and Crystal were lying about, it was unrelated to this crime.
It's news that shocks the detectives, as well as Sharita Williams' family.
They were under the impression that it was case closed. And then the letdown and the hurt and pain, you have to relive all of that trauma over again.
But no one is giving up hope.
It's up to a good investigator to get momentum back and not to get tunnel vision. It's nice when things fall the way they should, but when they don't, you just gotta keep moving.
Detectives decide to run the suspect's DNA profile through a national database called CODIS in hopes of turning up a fresh lead.
But they had nothing on file to match that specimen.
Which means whomever this semen came from is not some serial rapist.
With no new suspects, the case goes cold.
There weren't any other leads. There was nowhere else to turn.
And with a killer on the loose, fear grips the community.
Pennsauken is a wonderful area to raise children, and when something like this happens, it kind of shakes you at your core.
As months turn to years, Sharita's family clings to the hope that one day justice will be served for their daughter.
To keep the case alive, Sharita's father contacted the police once a week.
They would do marches over the 36th Street Bridge. They also put up $5,000 for a reward for any information.
You have to commend Sharita's parents for keeping this case alive.
But the more time that passes, the harder it is to keep the faith.
4 years, nothing came up.
Until February 1st, 2007.
The police were notified that they have a hit on the semen sample that was recovered on Sharita's body.
It was a guy by the name of Warren Dixon.
It's the big break that they were waiting for.
Did she get killed?
Stay with us. This is Fatal Attraction Podcast.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
4 years after her death, police in Pennsauken, New Jersey have finally identified a person of interest in the murder of Sharita Williams.
All of a sudden, this new name, bings, in CODIS, Warren Dixon, that matches to this DNA that they've had
for years now.
Warren was just recently arrested on drug charges in Philadelphia.
This is a huge break in the case.
Nonetheless, his name doesn't ring a bell for detectives.
Warren's name never came up in any of the investigations.
They don't know who he is.
When detectives consult Sharita's family, they say they've never heard of him either.
The family didn't know who Warren was.
But Sharita's school friends reveal a possible connection.
Warren and Sharita actually went to high school together.
Further digging turns up even more compelling evidence.
He did live very close to the bridge where Sharita was found. And right after Sharita's death, this gentleman dropped out of school and left the area.
After determining that Warren has been released on his drug charge in Philadelphia and is now back in New Jersey, detectives intercept him at a meeting with his probation officer.
He was willing to talk to them. It didn't seem that he was really that concerned.
Face to face with Warren, detectives start off slow.
They didn't give him the information that they had a hit on his DNA. They first wanted to see what he had to say.
I appreciate you talking with us, Warren. Happy to help.
They proceeded to ask him questions about his life, about his family, and then started to press a little bit forward.
Did you know a girl in school by the name of Sharita Williams?
Think so. Did she get killed?
Warren tells detectives he'd heard a rumor that Sharita's boyfriend was responsible for her murder.
Immediately, he was pointing the finger at somebody else.
He was trying to throw police in a different direction.
But detectives don't take the bait. And as they start rolling out the evidence, Warren tries to play it cool.
Does this look like your do-rag?
Could be. How should I know?
It didn't seem like he was shook or anything like that.
But that changes when detectives reveal they have proof Warren was with Sharita on the night she died.
Warren is confronted with the fact that it is his semen on Sharita's pants.
Became almost irate, got very upset, started yelling.
So what you trying to say, man? Like, what are y'all trying to say?
It's at that moment that Warren's story takes a dramatic turn.
He changes the story from being just acquaintances to they may have had an intimate encounter maybe once or twice.
Was one of those times around Thanksgiving 2003?
Man, that was 4 years ago. How am I supposed to remember that?
He couldn't remember all the details.
But he is certain about one thing.
I ain't kill her, man. I ain't kill her.
He finds himself cornered with all of these facts.
It's clear that he was just changing his story to try to keep up with the evidence.
And by the end of the interview, Warren is grasping at straws.
What if I didn't mean to kill him?
He said, what if it was an accident? Would the person still be charged with murder?
He's looking for any way out of this, and that's all he can come up with.
As far as detectives are concerned, Warren's question is as good as a confession. But the same doesn't hold true for the courts.
Warren's statement was obviously highly suspicious, but there was still the possibility that he had sex with Sharita and someone else killed her.
They didn't have a strong case that they thought that they'd be able to prosecute.
Yes, sir.
So detectives are forced to leave empty-handed.
See you soon, Warren.
But immediately after the interview, they start trying to poke holes in his story.
Warren had told police that he'd had a consensual sexual relationship with Sharita.
Sharita's best friends all disagree.
They said no way that she would ever be involved with him.
Warren was more of like a loner, kind of stuck to himself.
He definitely wouldn't be somebody that she would go out with or have sex with.
Although detectives grill Warren 2 more times, he never gives in.
He kept to his lying story.
And by the beginning of 2009, it's clear that no new evidence is coming to light. So the prosecutors assigned to the case decide to make a bold move.
Even though their case was circumstantial, even though they didn't have a confession, they decided to file charges against Warren Dixon.
They arrest Warren for Sharita's murder.
Though grateful to have their daughter's killer behind bars, Sharita's parents still want answers.
How did you run into my daughter? Why did you do this?
And they're about to get them from the last place they ever expected.
An informant came forward, a gentleman who shared a cell with Warren Dixon.
While Warren was incarcerated, he's confessing these things.
Warren Dixon's mouth fills in the gap and lays all of the pieces out.
Stay with us as your burning questions are about to be answered. This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
After linking his DNA to the crime scene, New Jersey police have arrested Warren Dixon for the murder of his former high school classmate, Sharita Williams. But he insists they have the wrong man.
I ain't kill her, man. I ain't kill her.
He said they had consensual sexual encounter. They didn't have any real evidence that said that he had committed the crime.
But now detectives have received a surprising phone call from the county jail.
It was Warren's cellmate, and he wanted to talk to detectives.
He said while they're incarcerated together, Ms. Dixon, he's talking about his crazy sexual appetite.
He seemed to be very obsessed with these ideas of like weird sexual fantasies.
And while bragging about his sexual exploits, Warren let something slip.
Warren gave very explicit details about the case with Sharita Williams.
His cellmate tells police that Warren went into detail about how almost 6 years earlier, he had spotted Sharita walking in the rain near the 36th Street Bridge.
Hey, Sharita, that's you?
Oh, hey, it's Warren, right?
How you been?
It starts to storm and she wants to get out of the way of being drenched.
Hey, you want to talk for a minute? I know somewhere we can get dry.
All right.
Come on.
Her and Warren were cordial enough for her to trust him.
He told her that, let's just take shelter.
But Warren had something different in mind.
He tried to kiss her.
Warren commenced to wanting to have sexual relations with her.
Get off of me.
She responds, back up off me, get away.
She resisted. That's when he physically subdued her.
He threw her to the ground.
Stop.
He forces himself upon her.
Stop! Let go!
She was screaming and making all types of noise.
He uses his do-rag to try to silence her, but it's never going to give enough grip. And so he finds the nearby sporting goods bags and stuffs them down her throat until she is completely asphyxiated.
By the time it was all over, Sharita Williams was dead.
Bound her and gag her and strangle her and rape her. It's unthinkable.
It's a horrifying story of betrayal.
She was with somebody that she thought she could trust because it was a schoolmate.
She thought she was safe.
The idea that someone would hurt her in the way that she was hurt never crossed her mind.
And detectives have every reason to believe Warren's cellmate is telling the truth.
Warren's cellmate had details that had never been released to the public.
It is a smoking gun. The only person that would know that information is the killer.
When investigators inform Warren's defense team of the new evidence, it's clear the jig is up.
With the DNA evidence that is against him, the new informant is coming forward. Warren and his team knew that his best interest at this point would be to take a plea deal for a lesser charge, for manslaughter and attempted sexual assault.
That was a difficult thing for Sharita's family to come to terms with. But at the end of the day, it was better to see their daughter's killer behind bars than to risk him walking free.
It's always a risk when you go to trial. We don't want any chance of this man going free.
At his first court hearing, Warren remains defiant.
He didn't follow the directions of the judge. He had to physically be put to his feet to stand up.
But under the terms of his deal, he's compelled to confess in open court.
He had to do what they told him to do if he wanted that deal. He had to admit not just that he's guilty, but that he did murder her.
I imagine that he felt very small that day. I hope he did.
For the Williams family, Warren's confession offers a small degree of closure.
There's nothing worse than something happening to a loved one and you have no clue as to what happened and why it happened.
But for his horrific crime, he's sentenced to just 20 years in prison.
We're looking at an individual who is known to be a sexual deviant, who has raped a 16-year-old girl. The reduced charges that he had got didn't seem to sit well with the community.
It is scary that he will be eligible for parole, that someone that could do a heinous crime like that will walk around the streets with us.
And while Warren may get a second chance in life, Sharita Williams never will.
One of the things that it's hardest to consider when we look at the death of people is not who they were, but who they could have been.
Her family will never be able to see her again. They'll never be able to see what type of adult she would have become.
The loss of Sharita to the people that loved her, it can't be measured.
The fact that she cared so much about other people and that her life goal was to service people, that's more than commendable, but she's not here to do so, and I think this is going to be something that lives in the community forever. A Sharita Williams story is never going to die away.
The loss of Sharita Williams serves as a poignant reminder of the impact one young woman can have when driven by the desire to make a difference. Her vibrant personality inspired those around her, highlighting the importance of positivity and compassion in our lives. Individuals like Sharita are vital in driving change and brightening the world. Though her time was cut short, the mark she left on those who knew her and continue to love her encourages us to cultivate kindness and contribute to others' well-being. Coming up on the next episode of the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
Being a mother was the most important thing in her life.
By the age of 27, she had 5 kids.
Raising children, you pour everything into them.
So how could she just abandon them?
She said she was going to the convenience store. She didn't make it home. Where is she? What happened to her?
Loved ones are confused and heartbroken as they search for a beloved mother of 5 from Detroit, Michigan. She stepped out to run a simple errand and vanished without a trace. What tragic events occurred on that fateful day? Tune in to the next episode of the Fatal Attraction Podcast. We will see you in the next episode.